The car dealership business is a competitive one. Sometimes dealerships have to close their doors for good. When this happens, there's a specific process they must follow. It's called the Vehicle Registration and Licensing, or VRL process. This process ensures that everything is handled legally and responsibly. The VRL process is essential for several reasons. First, it protects consumers. It ensures that all outstanding vehicle sales and title transfers are completed properly. This prevents customers from being left in limbo with incomplete paperwork or unresolved issues. Second, it helps the state keep track of vehicle registrations and licensing. This is important for maintaining accurate records and preventing fraud. Think of the VRL process as a checklist for closing a dealership. Just like you wouldn't want to leave loose ends when closing down any business, the same applies to car dealerships. The VRL process ensures a smooth and legal transition, protecting both consumers and the state. It's a critical procedure that benefits everyone involved. In the following sections, we'll delve deeper into each step of the VRL process and its importance. When a dealership decides to close, the first step is simple but crucial. Notify the regional office of the Department of Motor Vehicles, or DMV. This notification must be in writing and sent promptly. This step is not a suggestion, it's a legal requirement. Dealers are required to inform the DMV about their closure. This allows the DMV to update its records and cease any further business transactions with the dealership. Failure to provide timely notification can result in penalties or legal action. Imagine a dealership suddenly closes without informing the DMV. A customer who recently purchased a car from that dealership might face difficulties registering their vehicle. They may not be able to get the necessary paperwork processed. This can lead to frustration, delays, and even legal complications. Notifying the DMV is the first and most important step in the VRL process. It sets the wheels in motion for a smooth and legal closure. By informing the authorities, dealerships fulfill their legal obligations and ensure a seamless transition for everyone involved. Once the notification is sent, the dealership must focus on wrapping up all pending business. This includes finalizing any outstanding vehicle sales, completing title transfers, and resolving any customer issues. It's crucial to remember that a dealership closure doesn't erase its obligations. Any pending deals must be honored. This means completing all necessary paperwork, transferring ownership of vehicles, and ensuring that customers receive the titles to their purchased cars. For example, if a customer put down a deposit on a car but hadn't finalized the purchase before the closure announcement, the dealership must either refund the deposit or work with the customer to complete the sale. Ignoring these obligations is not only unethical but also illegal. Failing to finalize business deals can lead to legal disputes, damage the dealership's reputation, and create significant headaches for customers. It's essential to prioritize these tasks and ensure a clean break. As part of the VRL process, dealerships must surrender all dealer-issued materials to the DMV. This includes temporary tags, dealer plates, and any other materials provided by the DMV for conducting business. These materials are the property of the state and must be returned upon closure. Dealers must also provide a complete inventory of all surrendered items. This step ensures that these materials are not misused and are accounted for by the DMV. Imagine a scenario where a dealership closes without returning its temporary tags. These tags could potentially end up in the wrong hands and be used for illegal activities. This could lead to investigations and legal trouble, even though the dealership is no longer operating. Surrendering dealer materials is not merely an administrative task, it's about accountability and preventing potential misuse. By diligently returning these materials, dealerships fulfill their responsibilities and ensure a clean break from their operations. Section 5. The price of non-compliance. Consequences of ignoring the VRL process. The VRL process is in place for a reason. It protects consumers, maintains order in the automotive industry, and ensures legal compliance. Choosing to ignore these regulations can lead to severe consequences. Dealerships that fail to notify the DMV, finalize business deals, or surrender dealer materials may face penalties. These penalties can include hefty fines, license revocation, and even legal action. Imagine a dealership that decides to close its doors quietly, hoping to avoid the hassle of the VRL process. They leave customers in the lurch, fail to transfer titles, and neglect to inform the DMV. This irresponsible behavior can result in lawsuits from disgruntled customers, investigations by the DMV, and severe legal repercussions. Ignoring the VRL process is not a risk worth taking. The consequences far outweigh any perceived convenience of bypassing the rules. Section 6. Licenses are not transferable. Understanding the rules. One crucial aspect of the VRL process is understanding that dealer licenses are non-transferable. This means that a dealership cannot simply sell or give its license to another entity upon closure. Dealer licenses are issued to specific individuals or businesses and are not transferable to a new owner or location. This rule is in place to maintain control over the issuance of licenses and ensure that all dealerships meet the required standards. For example, let's say a dealership owner decides to retire and wants to pass on the business to their child. They cannot simply hand over their dealer license. The child would need to apply for a new license independently, meeting all the current requirements and undergoing the necessary background checks. The non-transferability of licenses ensures that the DMV maintains a current and accurate record of all licensed dealerships. It also prevents the sale of licenses on the black market or to unqualified individuals. Section 7. Two dealers, two outcomes, a tale of compliance and neglect. Let's compare two fictional dealerships to illustrate the importance of the ERL process. Dealer A, upon deciding to close, Dealer A immediately notified the DMV, diligently finalized all pending deals, and surrendered all dealer materials. They worked closely with customers to ensure a smooth transition and addressed any concerns promptly. As a result, Dealer A closed its doors with a clean record, fulfilling all legal obligations. Dealer B. In contrast, Dealer B chose to ignore the VRL process. They closed their doors abruptly, leaving customers with incomplete paperwork and unresolved issues. They failed to surrender dealer materials and disappeared without a trace. This irresponsible behavior resulted in numerous complaints to the DMV, triggering an investigation and potential legal action against Dealer B. The stark contrast between Dealer A and Dealer B highlights the importance of adhering to the VRL process. Dealer A, by following the rules, ensured a responsible and legal closure. Dealer B, however, faced severe consequences for their negligence. Section 8. Conclusion. The importance of following the rules. The VRL process is not merely a set of bureaucratic hurdles. It's a crucial framework that protects consumers, maintains order in the automotive industry, and ensures that dealerships operate responsibly. By following the VRL process, dealerships demonstrate their commitment to ethical business practices and legal compliance. They provide peace of mind to their customers, knowing that their transactions will be handled professionally and responsibly. Remember, closing a dealership is not as simple as turning off the lights and walking away. It requires careful planning, adherence to regulations, and a commitment to fulfilling all obligations. By embracing the VRL process, dealerships can ensure a smooth and legal transition, leaving a positive legacy behind.